Taylor Swift's much-anticipated appearance on her sister-in-law Kylie Kelce's podcast, Not Going to Lie, finally happened, and fans who had spent days dissecting hints, schedules, and speculative social media clues were rewarded with an episode that felt less like a celebrity interview and more like being welcomed into an intimate family gathering. For weeks, Swifties had their eyes about Taylor's possible guest spot, especially after Stephen Colbert teased her upcoming visit to his late-night show. The timing lined up almost too perfectly. A December 10th TV appearance, Kylie's habit of announcing podcast guests midweek, and Taylor in the middle of a small but steady media run. The online buzz intensified until speculation practically turned into certainty. When Taylor ultimately slid into the guest seat across from Kylie, fans exploded with the kind of joy typically reserved for album drops. Still, no amount of anticipation could have prepared listeners for the tone of the episode itself. Instead of polished celebrity talking points, the conversation unfolded in the easy, affectionate rhythm of two women already woven tightly into each other's daily lives. The recording space, Kylie's living room transformed into a temporary studio, helped set the mood. Soft holiday garlands framed the room, a small sparkling Christmas tree glowed in the background, and a celebratory cheers to 36 cake sat proudly on a pedestal as if it, too, were part of the conversation. The whole setup felt intentionally cozy, almost conspiratorial, as if the audience were eavesdropping on a gathering that wasn't meant to be public at all. Taylor arrived in her signature calm, unfussy way, with a chatty warmth that made it instantly clear she was there as family first and global superstar second. Kylie balanced her roles sister, sister-in-law, mom, and podcast host with a practiced ease, but even she seemed aware that this episode was going to be something different. From the very first greeting, the two women settled effortlessly into a tone that was domestic, affectionate, and gently teasing. This wasn't a typical promotional stop. It was a family conversation with microphones. Much of the episode focused on the Kelce children, Wyatt, Elliot, Bennett, and baby Finley, and Taylor's evolving role as the enthusiastic fun aunt. Kylie shared stories about the kids' current obsessions: dolls, dress-ups, crafts, and a remarkable amount of glitter that had infiltrated every corner of the house. Taylor jumped in easily, laughing as she recalled giving gifts covered in sparkles and accidentally leaving trails of shimmer everywhere she went. One story in particular captured fans' hearts. Taylor revealed that little Wyatt had developed a special attachment to her, insisting on holding her hand constantly and making sweet, earnest requests involving Taylor's future wedding day. Kylie explained through laughter and a hint of emotion that Wyatt had recently asked for a pure white dress so she could match Aunt Taylor at the wedding. It was a tiny anecdote, but it landed with unexpected weight, an intimate reminder that for all the public fascination with Taylor's relationship, the experience within the family is shaped by small, tender moments, like a child imagining herself part of the celebration. The episode flowed beautifully between humor and sentiment. Kylie described the nightly chaos of getting the kids to bed, painting a vivid picture of a household where no one wants the day to end. Taylor jumped in with her own memory of trying to shepherd a giddy group of children toward their bedrooms, only to discover that the real bedtime plan involved everyone piling into the master suite. The image of Taylor as an impromptu choir teacher, attempting to convince half-asleep little ones to settle down, while Travis pretended to sulk over losing their attention, was both hilarious and disarmingly sweet. Kylie reenacted Travis's theatrical jealousy, prompting both women to dissolve into giggles. Naturally, listeners were eager for any details, however small, about Taylor and Travis's upcoming wedding. While neither woman offered specifics such as the date or precise location, the conversation circled around themes of family, authenticity, and creating a celebration that felt emotionally grounded rather than extravagant. Taylor described the vision for the ceremony as one built around closeness, thoughtful touches, musical moments that were deeply personal, and a reception that felt like an extended family gathering rather than a red carpet spectacle. Kylie asked the question hovering in every fan's mind: "Are you planning anything huge?" Taylor answered with a coy, soft smile and a quiet, "We want it to feel like us." She hinted at a few whimsical ideas, perhaps a small rehearsal-style performance on a family lawn, or surprise musical moments that would make guests laugh. The talk of wedding planning led naturally into a playful exchange about potential bridesmaids and groomsmen. Kylie teased Jason's predicted lineup, describing it as old, loud, and emotional, which sent both women into uncontrollable laughter. Taylor, for her part, kept specifics private but admitted that the family's enthusiasm, especially the children's excitement, had already become one of the most meaningful parts of the entire process. From there, the conversation drifted to Taylor's upcoming 36th birthday on December 13th, a topic Kylie approached with barely restrained playfulness. She hinted that plans were already underway, prompting fans everywhere to mentally unpack her every word for clues. Taylor let slip without sounding rehearsed that her birthday would be spent mostly with family, with a few surprises sprinkled throughout the day. Kylie teased that someone in particular had been stringing up fairy lights around the house, which she jokingly attributed to Travis's occasionally over-the-top romantic streak. Gifts both handmade and heartfelt became a recurring theme. Kylie talked about the children's creative masterpieces: glitter-covered cards, duct tape bracelets, and a paper crown that, she swore, Taylor treated like a priceless heirloom. Taylor responded with equal affection, recalling surprise FaceTime performances with the kids, impromptu dance sessions, and small traditions they had already built together. When Kylie asked about the small yellow puppy Taylor had been seen carrying recently, Taylor offered only a mischievous smile and the cryptic response, "He's very sweet." The non-answer, predictably, sent fans spiraling into speculation about whether the dog was a birthday surprise, a new family pet, or simply a temporary cuddle companion. The tone shifted to something deeper when Kylie brought up the balance between public celebrity life and the sanctuary of family. Taylor answered with quiet sincerity, explaining that the small, private moments, kitchen conversations, bedtime rituals, quiet afternoons matter far more than the public ones. She expressed gratitude for both the Kelce and Swift families, who protect those private pockets of life fiercely. Kylie, clearly moved, thanked Taylor for the love and care she showed Wyatt, Elliot, and the rest of the kids, emphasizing how comforting it was as a parent to see someone treat her children with such consistent affection. The episode wrapped up with a shared reflection on favorite memories: Taylor's first full introduction to the Kelce clan, Jason's unintentional dance floor antics, and Travis's unmistakable joy at blending their families together. There were unplanned emotional moments, a few quiet tears, and even a soft humming of a melody from Taylor, just enough to make fans gasp without revealing anything new musically. In one particularly tender exchange, both women thanked each other for becoming steady, grounding presences in each other's lives amid an otherwise chaotic spotlight. In the end, beyond the glimpses of wedding ideas, birthday surprises, and cozy family anecdotes, the episode offered something far rarer: a portrait of a global superstar choosing to show her truest self not through spectacle but through ordinary family moments. Taylor wasn't there to promote an album or unveil a project. She was there as a sister-in-law, a beloved aunt, and a woman who has integrated herself wholeheartedly into another family's world. Kylie promised that more conversations would come in future episodes, and Taylor teased that the holidays might bring surprises of their own. Naturally, fans will analyze every word for clues about concerts, secret ceremonies, or new family additions. But for now, the episode stands as a warm reminder that even the world's biggest celebrities find their most meaningful roles offstage, in pajamas, in living rooms filled with children and glitter, and in the quiet, joyful merging of two families who clearly adore one another.